Today we continue learn some new word in my list. The first word is what I'm opened is reason. Could you give me some explain about this word?
The first word on your list is reason. It can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, it means a cause or explanation for something.
I hear you say it can be a noun, a verb. So the reason meanings be a verb. What's the meanings?
As a verb, reason means to think logically and try to understand something. For example, they reasoned that it was cheaper to rent a house than to buy one. Would you like another example?
It means I can say somebody like me, I reason something.
Exactly. You could say, I reasoned that it was better to stay home and study. Or, she reasoned with him for hours, but he wouldn't change his mind. Do those make sense?
Please give me more example about just someone reason something.
Sure. Here's another example. After considering all the evidence, the jury reasoned that the defendant was guilty. Do you want to try making your own sentence with reason?
Let me figure out the original meaning about reason. A reason explains why you do something. The reason you go to school is to learn things. So it's the reason word as a noun.
That's right. Reason as a noun explains why you do something. The reason I'm learning English is to talk with people from all over the world. Do you want to explore any other words from your list?
I want to figure out the reason as a verb. So as a verb, that means decide by reasoning, or draw or come to a conclusion. What this means exactly?
Right, so when you reason something as a verb, you're thinking about it logically and coming to a conclusion. I reasoned that since it's raining, I should take the bus. It's about using your brain to figure things out. Does that make sense?
We reasoned that it was cheaper to rent than to buy a house. So reason means I make a very deep research, right?
Not quite. Reasoned in that sentence means you thought about the options and decided renting was the better choice. It doesn't necessarily mean you did a lot of research, just that you considered the situation.
Just I find a reason to do something. That means I reasoned, right?
Yes, that's right. I reasoned means you figured something out or came to a conclusion. For example, I reasoned that it would be faster to walk, so I left the car at home.
I get it. So the reason is the verb to reason something what I got a reason. So I find another meaning about the reason as a verb is think logically and present reason and argument. What's different about this meaning as a verb?
You're right. Reason as a verb also means to think logically. It's about using facts and good judgment to understand something. For instance, the children must learn to reason. Ready for your next word?
The children must learn to reason. And present reason and argument, what this mean?
Present reasons and arguments means to explain why you think something is true or should be done. It's about giving evidence and explanations to support your ideas. Do you want to try using reason in a sentence?
Reason.
Okay, I was reason use which could help her to make my work effectively. Is that make sense?
You could say, I reasoned that using code helpers would make my work more efficient. Or I reasoned that code helpers would make my work more efficient. Do either of those work for you?
Yeah, I reasoned, so I can say I reasoned. What if I say I'm reasoning how to record the English video more good, more better, right?
Yes, that's perfect. I'm reasoning how to record the English video better is a great way to use it. You could also say, I'm reasoning about how to record a better English video. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
So I'm wondering about the reason and the deep research. So I thought it's a little similar, right?
Reason and deep research are related, but not exactly the same. Reason is about thinking logically to understand something, while deep research is about gathering information. You might do deep research and then use reason to understand it. Does that make sense?
Deep research is just certain things and get the information, but reasoning is more thinking, right?
That's right. Deep research is about finding information, while reasoning is about thinking logically with that information to understand something or form an opinion. Do you have any other words?
I was wondering about the situation. I used Perplexity or something else about the AI search. They always have a choice about research like this research, and sometimes I see a reasoning. So I was wondering about that.
I understand. You're wondering about the difference between research and reasoning in the context of AI search engines. Research with an AI is like having a super smart assistant find and gather information for you. Reasoning is when the AI uses that information to draw conclusions or make connections, almost like thinking through the problem. Does that help clarify things?
Yeah. You say this clearly, so I got it. Let's move on the next word, and before that, I will do some notes about the word reason. And the phonetic is reason, and the part of speech can be noun and verb. So let's move on to the next.
Great job noting down the word reason. What's the next word you'd like to explore?
The next word, could you see it?
The next word on your list is percent. It's used to describe a part of a whole. In the sentence, I've read about 80% of the book. Need another example?
Yes, I need an example. Percent means I always heard this word in about 15% or like this. It means part of whole thing have about half of things is 50%.
Exactly. Percent means a part of 100. So if you've read 50% of a book, you've read half of it. Do you want to explore how to use it in a sentence?
So this percent word is means what I trying to search in the vocabulary.com. A percent is only be nouns, right?
That's right. Percent is only a noun. It refers to a portion of something, usually out of 100. It's often used with a number and the percent sign. 25% of the students. Did you want to see how it's used in a sentence?
Yeah, I want to see how to use the percent. Is that exclude the describe a part of whole things, and is any other usage can explore?
Sure, here's an example. A large percentage of the class passed the test. It means a big portion of the class, but not everyone, got a passing grade. Does that make sense?
Oh, I don't hear clearly, so could you give me a more simple example about this meaning percent?
Sure, here's a simpler example. I ate 20% of the pizza. This means you ate a portion of the whole pizza. Does that make sense?
Please say it again.
Sure, here's the example again. I ate 20% of the pizza. This means you ate a portion of the whole pizza. Does that make sense?
I ate 20% a pizza.
I ate 20% of the pizza is perfect. It means you ate a slice that was 1/5 of the whole pie. Are there any other words on your list you'd like to practice?
Oh, what do you say the last sentence? Could you say it again?
Sure, the sentence was, I ate 20% of the pizza. It means you ate a slice that was 1/5 of the whole pizza.
Okay.
Are there any other words on your list you'd like to practice?
No, yeah, I just note this word percenter. Other forms is percenters. Well, which situation I can use the percent, other forms percenters? What situation I can use this?
Percentages is just the plural form of percent, so you'd use it when talking about more than 1%. For example, the percentages of students who passed and failed the test were very close. Does that make sense?
Could you explain this sentence, your example?
Sure. The percentages of students who passed and failed the test were very close. Means that if you look at the group of students who passed and the group who failed, the sizes of those groups are similar. Does that make sense?
Actually, I can't hear clearly and understand the whole long sentence. So, could you give me a little simple sentence for as an example to use the polar example about percents?
Here's a simpler example. The percentages of apples and oranges in the salad are different. This means that if you measured, you'd find different amounts of apples and oranges in the salad, expressed as percentages.
So, you said the percentage about apples, oranges, right?
Yes, that's right. The percentages of apples and oranges in the salad are different. This means that the amount of apples and oranges in the salad expressed as percentages are not the same.
So, the percentage is just calculate or describe a group about something A, B, C, right?
Yes, percentages are used to describe the portion of different things within a group. It's a way to compare the amounts of apples and oranges in your salad, for example, even if you have a different total amount of each.
So, forms percentage is not often used in the conversation or talk.
You're right, percentages isn't used as often in everyday conversation. People usually just say percent. About 10% of people like anchovies on pizza. Want to try another word?
Yeah, I got it. So it's very strange. I just don't hear about the plural forms percentage very often. So, does that make sense?
I understand. Percentages isn't used as often as percent in everyday conversation. It's more common to hear about 10% of people like anchovies on pizza than the percentages of people who like and dislike anchovies on pizza are about the same. Are there any other words on your list you'd like to explore?
Yeah, the next word is effect. Could you give me some example and explain it?
Effect is usually a noun, and it means the result of something, like the medicine had a strong effect on the patient. It can also be a verb, meaning to bring about a result. For example, the new policy will affect positive change. Do you want to see more examples?
So it can be noun and verbs. As a noun, he is result of an action, as in those cause and effect. Papers you might write in English class. What this mean?
Here's another example. The loud music had a bad effect on my headache. This means the music made your headache worse. Do you want to explore how to use effect as a verb?
No, first I often heard the effect as a verb, so I want to figure out it as a noun. So normally it's a verb, right?
Actually, effect is most commonly used as a noun. It refers to a change that happens because of something. For instance, the effect of the rain was that the game was postponed. Do you want another example?
I just think the effect is more often used as a verb, so it's more used as a noun often. The most we used this word is what sentence? Could you give me some example?
We most often use effect as a noun. Here's an example. The effect of the rain was that the game was postponed. This means the rain caused the game to be postponed. Would you like another example?
Yes, give me another.
Here's another example. The movie had a big effect on me. This means the movie caused you to have strong feelings or thoughts. Does that make sense?
That means the movie has a big effect for me. So the big effect as an object in this sentence for me, right?
You're right. Big effect is the object in that sentence. It tells you what the movie did to you. Do you want to explore any other words?
I get it. So the effect more often used to announce as a object in sentence. So also sometimes he may be a a subject, but more times it with as a object, I thought.
You're right, effect is most often used as a noun and functions as the object in a sentence. It can be the subject, but that's less common. Do you want to try making your own sentence with effect as the subject?
Sorry, I misheard. You said it can't be subject or it can be subject.
Sorry for the confusion. Effect can be the subject of a sentence, but it's less common. For example, you could say, the medicine's effect was almost immediate. This means the medicine caused something to happen quickly.
I got it. So, the effect as a noun I can understand. So, what about the effect as a verb?
Effect as a verb means to make something happen. For example, the new policy will affect positive changes in the company. This means the policy will cause good changes to happen. Do you want another example?
Okay, as a verb, he can meaning about we as a produce or act so as to bring into existence. So could you give me some example about my laptop screen about this 7 and 8 meaning as a verb? Could you explain it each one?
Sure. For example, the new CEO will affect major changes in the company. This means the CEO will cause big changes to happen. Or the medicine affected a complete cure. Here it means the medicine brought about a cure. Do these examples make sense?
Act so as to bring into existence. What means existence?
Existence means the state of being real or present. In the context of affect as a verb, it means to bring something into reality or make it happen. So affect change means to cause change to exist or happen.
I got it. So today we learned 3 words is reason, person, effector. As only the person is often used percent like 10% or 20% as a noun. Other 2 words, reason and effect, can be verb.
You're right, percent is usually used with a number and acts as a noun. Reason and effect can be used as verbs, but they're more commonly nouns. Ready to explore a few more words?
No, today is enough, so let's say goodbye for everyone and see everyone next time.
Goodbye. I enjoyed exploring these words with you today. Feel free to reach out anytime you'd like to learn more.
Bye.